True Projects. In this video, we are going to explain about a project titled Prediction of Chronic Kidney Disease, a Machine Learning Perspective. Chronic kidney disease is a widespread health alignment characterized by the gradual decline in the kidney function. This condition presents a substantial global health dilemma impacting the millions and contributing to the heightened morbidity and mortality. Timely identification and the precise prediction of CKD are paramount to implementing the effective intervention, curbing the disease advancement and averting the complications. In the realm of healthcare, machine learning algorithms are emerged as a potent asset, showcasing the promising potential in diverse medical ailments of CKD include. By scrutinizing the intricate pattern within the expansive dataset, machine learning algorithms unravel the concealed connection between the risk factor and the CKD evolution. This research delves into the realm of machine learning application for the CKD prediction, where the objective of enhancing the diagnostic precision, amplifying the patient well-being, and conceivably easing the strain on the healthcare system by facilitating the proactive management. This study centers on utilizing the machine learning method to forecast the chronic kidney disease occurrence. We assess the effectiveness of 7 distinct classifier algorithms are applied to chronic kidney disease dataset, scrutinizing the outcomes through diverse feature selection approach. Additionally, we employ a deep neural network on the dataset, its accuracy against the machine learning model's performance. Through this project, our objective is to offer the valuable insight into the integration of the machine learning within the medical diagnostic and the treatment, showcasing its potential impact on the refining medical decision-making progress. This research contributes to advancing our understanding of how technology, particularly machine learning, be harnessed to enhance the medical care and the diagnosis. And these are the basic requirements that are needed to build this project. The software requirements are Python IDEL with version of 3.7, Anaconda with version of 3.7 on Jupyter Notebook. Hardware requirements are operating system as Windows, processor of minimum Intel i3, RAM of minimum 4 GB, hard disk of minimum 250 GB. And to know about the flow of the project, these are the steps we need to discuss. First one is of the importing the packages. This step involves importing the necessary libraries and packages to facilitate the various tasks encompassing the data manipulation, visualization, machine learning, and the evaluation. And the next step is exploring the dataset. In this phase, the dataset containing the information related to the chronic kidney disease is loaded and explored. And the next step is data processing. Data processing techniques are employed to clean, transform, and prepare the dataset for the model training. This includes handling the missing values, dealing with the outliers, and encoding the categorical variable. And the next step is visualization using the Seaborn and Matplotlib. Data visualization tools such as Seaborn and the Matplotlib are utilized to create the graphical representation of the dataset. These visuals can aid in understanding the data distribution, relationship, and the potential trend. And the next one is label processing. Label processing involves encoding the transforming the target variable, which in this case represents the presence or absence of the chronic kidney disease. And the next step is feature selection. Feature selection methods are applied to determine which attributes are most relevant for predicting the chronic kidney disease. And next step is data splitting to the train and the test. The data set is divided into the training and the testing subset. The training set is used to teach the model, while the testing set is used to assess how well to generalize the new and the unseen data. And the next step is building the model. Here we are building of the different models. The first one is feature selection. In this, we use 3 methods that are Moody's synthetic minority oversampling technique as a technique used to address the class imbalance by generating the synthetic sample from the minority class, thus augmenting the data set. And the next one is RFT. Recursive feature elimination ranks and eliminates the less significant features iteratively, enhancing the model efficiency by focusing on the most informative attributes. And the next one is wrapper method. Wrapper method employs the machine learning algorithm to evaluate the feature subset, selecting the most relevant ones for the improved model performance. And the next one is KNN. KNN stands for K-nearest neighbor is a simple classification algorithm that assigns a class label based on the majority class of its K-nearest neighbor. It's effective for identifying the pattern in the vicinity of a data point. And the next one is random forest. It is an ensemble method that constructs the multiple decision tree and combines the outputs. It's robust, reduces the overfitting, and captures the complex relationship within the data. And the next one is decision tree CFF 5.0. It's an algorithm for constructing the decision tree from the data. It employs the statistical procedure for better handling the complex data set, often leading to the more accurate prediction. And the next one is decision tree CHAID. High-speed automatic interaction detection is a decision tree technique that's especially useful for the categorical data as it identifies the interaction between the variables using the statistical test. And the next one is LSVM L1 penalty. Linear support vector mission with the L1 penalty encourages the test and the feature selection, prompting a simpler model with only the most information attributes. And the next one is LSVM with L2 penalty. Aims to minimize the squared magnitude of the coefficient, encouraging the model to consider all the attributes but possibly resulting in a more complex model. And the next one is ANN. It stands for Artificial Neural Network. It's a deep learning model inspired by the human brain. It consists of interconnected nodes that process and learn the data, making it suitable for capturing the intricate patterns. And the next one is logistic regression. It is a fundamental classification algorithm used to predict the binary outcome. It models the relationship between the input feature and the probability of a specific outcome. And the next one is XGBoost. It is a boosted tree ensemble algorithm that combines the multiple decision trees to achieve the highly predictive accuracy and is particularly effective for the structured data. And the last one is voting classifier. It combines the predictions from the multiple individual models to make a collective decision. It's useful for harnessing the strength of the diverse model, potentially improving the overall accuracy. And the next step is user gives the input. Here we build the Flask as a web framework where the user can provide the input which be the medical attribute related to the individual to predict the likelihood of the chronic kidney disease. And the next one is the given input is processed, and here this input provided by the user is to match the format expected by the model. This includes the data transformation, scaling, and encoding too. And the next one is trained model is used for the prediction. The pre-processed input is fed into the trained model for the prediction depending on the input and the model. This involves the predicting the presence or absence of the chronic kidney disease. And the last one is final outcome is displayed. The outcome of the prediction is displayed to the user as a final result with the help of Flask as a web framework. And the execution of the project, to execute the project first we need to open the code folder. And this is the code folder containing of various files within it, the static folder containing of the CSS, JavaScript, font, images files within it, and the template folder containing of the HTML documents that typically include of home, index, notebook, results, sign-in and sign-up pages within it. And app is an py file which likely contains the information related to the front-end logic. It includes the code written in Python that handle the server-side operation such as processing the user request, interacting with the database and generating the dynamic content that will be rendered in the HTML template. And the kidney disease is an py file CSV file which will be used in this project. And the model is an SCAV file which contains the information related to the algorithm and is loaded into the project code at the time of execution of the project. And the notebook is an IPYNB file which contains the combination of code, graph and output all in one place. It allows the user to write and execute the code in the individual cell, making it a popular choice for the data science. And the signup.db is a file appear to be the database file used to store the user information. And for the execution of the project, first we need to copy this code folder path and then open the Anaconda prompt. Here we need to write a command cd space and paste this code folder path. By this, it will change the current directory to the code folder path and then click on the enter button. After this, we need to write a command that is python space app.py. By using this command, it will execute the Python script and perform the runtime check for any syntax errors or logical issues. And then click on the enter button. After running this app.py file, the Flask framework will host the application locally at the default address like this. We need to copy this link and paste it on any of the web browser of our choice, and I prefer to use the Google Chrome. I am pasting this link and then click on the enter button. Here it will redirect it to this page containing of some information and the title of the project, and then click on the sign up button. Here it will redirect to the sign up page containing of some necessary details that are need to be filled to create an account. But my account is already created, that's why I am using the sign in button. Here it will redirect to the sign in page containing of the username and password. And I am entering those details and then click on the login button. Here it will redirect to the sign in page containing of some necessary details that are need to be filled within the input box to predict the result, whether the person is having the CKD, chronic kidney disease or not. I am entering the age as of 48 and the blood pressure is of 80.0 and the specific gravity is of 1.02 and the albin is of 1.0 and sugar is of 0.0 and the red blood cells is of normal and pus cell is of normal and the pus cell clumps is of not present and the bacteria is of not present and the blood glucose random is of 120.1.0 and the blood urea is of 36.0 and the serum creatine is of 1.2 and the sodium is of 15.4 and the potassium is of 44. Hemoglobin is of 7800 and the packed cell volume is of 5.2 and the white blood cell count is of 9800 and the red blood cells count is of 6789 and the hypertension is of yes, diabetes mellitus is of no, coronary artery disease is of no and appetite is of good, pedal edema is of no, anemia is of no, and then click on the predict button. Here I predicted the result as the patient has not chronic kidney disease based on the features value provided, and then click on the home button. Here it will redirect it to this page and we can re-enter the other details, but here we can see the without FS of smooth FS, RFE FS and Vapor FS. By clicking on this, here it redirected to this page and here we can enter the details of the home page as of enter the age as of 23 and the blood pressure as of 230 and the specific gravity is of 4.56 and the albin is of 1.01 and the sugar is of 256 and the red blood cells is of abnormal and the pus cell is of abnormal and the pus cell clumps is present, bacteria is present and the blood glucose random is of 123 and the blood urea is of 231 and the serum creatine is of 2.3 and the sodium is of 142.7. Potassium is of 156.3. Hemoglobin is of 7689, and the packet cell volume is of 5.78, and the white blood cell count is of 9876, and the red blood cell count is of 7834, and the hypertension choose level is S. Diabetes mellitus is S. Coronary arterial disease is of S. Hepatitis is of S. Good. And the pedal edema is of S. Anemia is of S. And then click on the predict button. Here I predicted the result as if the patient has chronic kidney disease based on the feature values provided. In this way, we can predict the chronic kidney disease and the use of machine learning algorithms. And in conclusion, data and the advanced machine learning technique allowed us to capture the complex interactions between the various risk factors and the impact on CKD development. The developed ML model showed the high accuracy, sensitivity, and the specificity, indicating the reliability and differentiating between the individuals with and without CKD.
Thank you for watching video. For more projects, please visit our website www.trueprojects.in. For updates on latest project videos, please visit True Projects YouTube channel and subscribe.